What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners, shout out to the Point of View crew, and trip on this. This video, I'm going to tell 3 different stories because there's 3 different scams, more than that. We're going to focus on 3 scams that convicts scam other convicts with in prison. It shouldn't be so. I think it was Robin Hood that said there's no honor among thieves, homeboy. I don't know what it is, but here we go. 3 scams that convicts scam other convicts with. Now the first one is the most unbelievable and had the biggest impact. And I used to see people doing this, and there'd be a line around the block. People in line to just be a part of this. And it would be mind-blowing to me. But let me start by saying this. I would mostly see this scam in Wasco reception. Because reception is unique. It's different than the main line, as there's no phone calls. There's no phones to make calls with. Also, mail is 2-3 weeks behind. So if you're some dude in there who's got an old lady on, especially if you're sprung on her and you're in Wasco reception, you're going to be going through it. You'll always see, and this is primarily this takes place in the dorms. So you have a dorm at Wasco reception, and you'll have a bunch of folios in there hard timing over their old lady, and here comes the scamster. Here comes the dude that's going to run that drag. What's he going to do? He's going to break out his tarot cards, for a lack of a better word. It's like a crystal ball in pinochle card form. And as I explain this, I really wanted to get some cosigners. I'd really love some people to say in the comment section, yes, Splinter, I seen this. Because I seen it myself over and over in Wasco reception. And what was it? What's going on here? These dudes, what they would do, and let me also add this because it's very important. In Wasco reception, they're not going to give you poker cards. Cards that have numbers on them. Because they don't want you playing poker and gambling. That's why they give you pinochle cards. They're only king, queen, jack, ace, 10. And so I don't know. Hey, homie, I said because they don't want you gambling, but that's kind of silly because we gamble with pinochle. Maybe they don't want the numbers because they think you might take an ace and a 3 and hang it up and bang 13. I really don't know why they will not allow poker cards, but they won't. Suffice it to say they won't. But you get pinochle cards. And now trip on this. This is what people would do with the pinochle cards. They'll turn them into tarot cards, and this is how. They will take the pinochle cards. King, queen, jack, 10, ace. They'll take the 10s out. Maybe even the aces out. I think it's only king, queen, jack. They'll shuffle them up, and they'll say, okay, the queen of hearts is your old lady. It's like fortune telling. Look, I'm going to tell you what's going on with your old lady right now. We're going to run these cards, and it's going to tell me everything I need to know about your old lady and what she's doing on the streets. And people just hook, line, and sinker, bro. They're all ears. They're tuned in. They can't wait to see what the cards are going to say. Foolish! Be that as it may. They will have king, queen, jack. Shuffle them up. They'll say that the queen of hearts is your old lady, and they'll start laying them out. Face up. All these cards. And they'll stop when they get to your old lady, the queen of hearts. It may go king of spades, queen of diamonds, queen of hearts. There's your old lady, and she's with the king and the queen. Or it might be king, 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 jack, 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 queen, queen. A bunch of cards before it gets to your old lady, that queen of hearts. Are you picking up and I'm putting down? They're laying these cards out, face up, and they're looking for that queen of hearts, which is your old lady. And as soon as they find it, then they start reading the cards that are surrounding it. For instance, if that queen of hearts is laying there, and it's next to a king, you're the king of hearts, by the way. It's next to a king of diamonds. They're going to say, oh man, trip out. There's a king of diamonds next to your old lady. There's some king in her life. It's not you. You're the king of hearts. So we see your old lady right here, queen of hearts. Now she's next to a king of diamonds. Whoa, she's also next to a jack of clubs. That's some other guy that likes her. So they will tell this whole story. I'm not going to attempt to do it, bro. But they will use it as a tarot card, as a way of reading the future, as telling you what's going on with your old lady, using King, Queen, Jack. The Queen of Hearts is your old lady. To lay all the others out and tell a story. And it's baloney, dog. It's crazy. There'd be a line around the building. Everyone wants to be next. I want to know what's up with my old lady. Lay the cards out. And they start laying them out, laying them out. Oh, bro, there's a king right next to her. And it's funny, too, because you know how the queens and the kings, all of them face a certain way. So they'll say, okay, here's your old lady, the Queen of Hearts. There you are, the King of Hearts, but she's not looking at you. Her back is to you. She's looking the other way. She's looking at the King of Diamonds. Bro, it'll send people off the edge. They will come walking away from the table with their head hung low, all stressed out, bro. Let it ruin their day, week, and month. Just because some guy said that the cards are saying your old lady is talking to a dude behind your back, the King of Diamonds. She's not even looking at you. I almost got him up with one of my homeboys. Because he went and did that. He was hard timing on his old lady. And this dude was funny, homeboy. He was talkative. We would work out. We would joke around. Horseplay. He was a good homeboy. Everyone loved him. As soon as he had those cards read to him, he clammed up, shut down, wouldn't say a word. Hung his head low and was just stressed out. And after a day or so, I said, dude, snap out of it, Wood. And he got all mad at me. Hey, bro, don't disrespect me. Don't tell me to snap out of it. I said, well, dude, homeboy, I'm doing you a favor. You don't know how silly and foolish you look to everybody. You're not even the same dude you were yesterday. You're totally different based on these stupid cards, man. Those cards don't know what your old lady's doing. So yes, someone in the comment section, hey, hit me up if you heard of this, if you've seen it. It would just ruin people's lives. You don't know how many people I've seen sit down and write their old lady a hate-filled, horrible letter just based on her Queen of Hearts, being lined up next to a couple kings and a couple jacks and back to him. Hey, I did this thing. Who's the jack in your life? Who's the king? What's really going on? So, homeboy, be that as it may, it was sad to see. The next story, the next scam we're going to focus on, bro, would be portraits. Portraits, homeboy. Straight up scam. In my opinion. And again, this is something I would primarily see in Wasco Reception. Not so much on the main line. I'd see it in county jail as well. I have a story about that. But portraits, homeboy. There's always someone there like, hey, I can do your portrait. And when you're in Wasco Reception, like I said, a lot of times you'll have a pen pal. Mail is 2-3 weeks behind. Phones are all messed up. I mean, phones aren't messed up. There are no phones. How messed up is that? No phone calls. Mail is behind. You got like a pen pal. You want to try to mail her a picture of you so she knows what you look like. You're like, I'm going to get a portrait done. I'm going to get a portrait done, bro. So you go to this dude and all you have is your state ID card to give him. And he sits down and draws a portrait with one of those funky little pencils that CDC gives out. And the way they'll shade it is by twisting up some toilet paper. And then they'll be over there like, drawing your portrait, homeboy, where you at? Bag of coffee and 2 soups. I have never, listen to me now, never seen a portrait that looked like the person. In Wasco Reception when someone is getting their portrait done, never. But what I have seen is tons of fights. People get mad. Bro, that ain't me. That don't look like me. Or just refusing to pay, and the guy who did the portrait mad, you're going to pay. I mean, my own personal experience, I had a portrait done. This guy wanted a bag of coffee. It was a Southsider. And after he did the portrait, bro, and he handed it to me, like, I looked like a black dude. I mean, not even my ideas and my thoughts. That's what people told me. And then I couldn't help but to agree. Because what he did was he colored me and he shaded me in way too tough. I mean, I'm a white dude, so he should have stood the outline, some shading around the eyes, nose, and mouth. But no, he decided to color in the skin with pencil. And then it just, the features, homeboy, how it looked, the hair, everything, like people looked and go, dude, you look like a black dude. They were clowning me. They were just talking all kinds of, bro, whoop whoop and cha-cha-cha, stirring the pot, getting me all pumped up. And I was a Southsider now. So if I was going to get mad at him, refuse to pay, go fight him, it'd be a riot. So they're sitting telling me, dude, how bad this portrait is, how it looks like, homeboy, crap. And I can't believe dude drew it. And I says, go, let's kick it off then. I'm going to rush him. You guys down? Who's the front line? Let's do this. Oh, no, Splinter, no. You can't kick it off over a portrait. Well, then why are you guys pumping me up? Telling me how bad, how horrible it looks. I went and told dude, I'm not going to pay you. And pointing him out some of the problems. So he took the portrait. Okay, let me try to fix it. And he started putting eraser marks on it. And I said, never mind, bro. And he didn't push the issue. He decided he didn't need the payment that bad. It was a horrible portrait. I've seen lots of fights over a portrait made. Here you go. And it's like, that looks nothing like me. When I was in ICDTP, this wood from Fresno was doing portraits. Bro, they didn't look like the people. He did one of me. I sent it home. And my family asked, who is this? Who's this a portrait of? Is it like, a fallen soldier? Is it one of your good friends? Is it someone who's no longer with us? I mean, why are you honoring this person with portrait? Where shall I put it? And it's me, I say, and they laughed. Because it looked nothing like me. At all. And it was crazy because that dude, what he would do, how he would draw your portrait, is he would just do it by watching you throughout the day. He'd say, just carry on with your normal activities, walk around the dorm, because it was a 40-man dorm, ICDTP, county jail, and he goes, and I'll just observe you throughout the day. So I'd be sitting there eating, and all of a sudden I feel, and I look, and there he is. I mean, I'll be getting ready for the shower, homeboy, I'm down in my boxers, I got my towel, I'm walking over to myself, and bro, just creepy. All throughout the day. Playing pinochle, minding my own business. You can feel someone's looking at you, and you look over, and then he gives me the thing, and it looks nothing like me. Nothing like me. I have seen so many fights. I've seen so many refusals to pay, but what I have not seen is a portrait that looks like the person. What it is mostly, someone at Wasco reception, broke dick, trying to get their hustle on. Ain't got no coffee, ain't got no soup, so I can kind of draw portraits a little bit, kind of. Here, let me get my hustle on. Let me get some money. And dude, nope. Charlie Holmes looks exactly nothing like him. So the third scam I'd like to touch on that I see convicts pulling on other convicts in county jail, running that drag, is, and you're going to be surprised, bro, Pruno. Bro, they could scam you hardcore over some Pruno. If you want to partake, make it yourself. Or usually on mainline, there's a guy who he's like steady doing it. That's his job. He will just make it nonstop. The thing about Pruno, you will lose 4 months, 120 days, you cannot get back. But ask a lifer if he gives a rip about that. So people make Pruno, they will make white lightning, but go through a certified person. You don't want to just go through anybody, especially in county jail. Because what that looks like, is this some dude, broke dick, trying to get his hustle on. Oh, I'll whip up a batch. I'll whip up a batch and sell some cups. I was at county jail, this dude's selling cups. We bought some, and it was just hurting your stomach. What's going on with this wine, bro? And we go up and look at his batch. We go and pull the bag from under his bed and examine it, and it's still bubbling. It's still cooking. He just served it like that. Why? Because it was tienda day. It was store day. Everyone has their store. Everyone has their commissary. Cups for sale. I mean, he doesn't want to break it out 3 days after store when everybody's stuff is gone or they have a little bit left for the week. And you're not going to break it out, 2 days before store when people don't have nothing to give them. Hey, but on store day, where you at? Cups for sale. Too bad it's not even done cooking. Another thing they'll do is add water, bro. Add straight up water. They'll make a batch. Them and their homeboys will get hammered. They'll have like a little tiny bit left. Add water and sell some cups. Make some money. Get hammered and make money. Let's drink the good shiznit and to sell some watered down cups. At the end of the day, I've seen it. I've seen fights over it. Because they'll be hammered, and then the people who drink the cups later are stone cold sober. And it tastes like water. So we have a big problem. My own cellie tried to water down some of my cups. I threw in on a batch with some Southsiders in the county jail. It was going to be done and ready the day I went to court. I told my cellie, you know, I'm going to court, obviously. They're going to send 4 cups over here for me. Hold them for me. What he didn't know is I was going to drink 2 and give him 2 anyway. When I came back from court, bro. I'm not just going to drink in front of him. But what he did is he got my 4 cups and he drank 1. Then added a cup full of water. So I had 3 cups and a cup of water. And I come back and I can instantly tell. Because, you know, there are 2 different bags, tortilla bags. And this one tastes rice and beans, some sort of bag, homeboy. I don't know if it's tortillas, rice and beans. Might have been a cookie bag. 2 different bags. This one tastes good. This one tastes watered down. And dude, it was almost a huge issue. I made him put $40 on my books. Later on, I ended up pulling a razor on that cellie. And the crazy thing about it is, we have speakers on the wall. So this issue went down, I pulled this razor on him, and he got real close to the speaker. Like, don't you do it. But then we go to Wasco reception, we're in 2 different parts of the prison, and he's telling the homeboys, yeah, Splinter pulled the thing on me. Then later, I end up seeing one of the homeboys, he's like, yeah, your cellie told me what you did. Pulled the razor on him. I'm like, why would he tell you that? Unless he's trying to get me in trouble. I mean, it doesn't make him look good. So be that as it may, homeboy, don't just buy Pruno off anybody, because it could be not even done cooking. They may not even know how to make a batch. It might not have enough sugar. It might be full of water. They're just trying to get their hustle on, get a few bucks, sell a couple cups. Trip on this, though. I am in Max Mead. Me and the homeboy Ironwood from Blue Team. We're 8-man dorms. Just Ironwood and myself were the only woods. There might have been another white dude or 2 in that dorm with us. If so, they were gone there at court. Full of Southsiders. Me and Ironwood in this cell, nothing but Southsiders. And down the tier, we get thrown in on some wine with the Southsider. Gave them all of our oranges, bought some sugar, totally in it, full blast, we're part of it. Basically, it's our wine too, we're just here and you're there. You're cooking it and we'll all pitch in and let us know when it's done. So we had 6 cups coming, Ironwood and myself, had 3 apiece. So it's done. Hey, the wine's done. Everyone's all happy. We're all pumped up and, you know, start shooting our cups down here. We got 6 cups coming. And the Southsider named Turtle in our dorm steps up and he shouts down to dude, hey, what's up? Let me get some. Let me get a cup too. Homie, what's up? Let me get some. And dude says, all right, I got you, Turtle. Don't trip. And he starts sending cups down. And the first cup we got out of our 6, Turtle tried to grab. And it's like, whoa. Back up, Crawdad. What are you doing? He's like, oh, homie said he was going to shoot me a cup. Yeah, dude, you don't get yours off the top, though. You get yours later. And he said something very interesting. He goes, yeah, well, then mine will be watered down. Hey, better you than me. I mean, Ironwood and myself pitched in on this. You know, when you were eating your orange and drinking your orange juice, ours was sitting down there. When you went to the store and bought a bunch of honey buns and soups and fed yourself, we bought sugar and sent it down there. So it's our batch. You're crazy if you think you're going to get your cup straight off the top, but that's how people will do it. And if we would have allowed that, homeboy, just like you said, ours would have water. So, dude, they'll make a batch. They'll save a little bit, fill it full of water, sell cups. It's straight up scantless. Don't fall for it. Another one, let me throw in some extra credit right here. Same goes for tattoo ink. Bro, don't just get ink off anybody. They may not know how to make it. It may be trash. You might get infected. They might just be trying to get their hustle on because they're broke dick. And they're like, I know what I'll do. I'll make some tattoo ink and sell it. I mean, shoot, a bottle of some good black ink can go for a good 20 bucks. What you gotta do is you gotta burn baby oil, maybe burn a chest piece. You collect the soot. But that's the easy part. Then you gotta mix it. Some put in shampoo, some don't. Bro, if there's homeboy, there's a method to the madness. Not everyone can do it. But some people try to throw some together, sell it, sling it. I got ink on deck. Just get their hustle on, and then you find out it's trash. What was crazy is when I was at Mule Creek, level 1 yard, when it was still active. The dudes from Sacramento had the whole yard sewed up. They had everything. All the drugs, the tattoo inks, the tattoo guns, the tattooers, bro, they were just running that yard. And the dude from Sacramento had the keys to the yard. Remember I told you he had human weights even. It's not good because the weights are gone by now, so we just have bar work. But I guess he felt the pull-ups and dips were not good enough for him. He wasn't happy with squats, so he'd have some dude hang on his back. There'd be some dude that walked around the yard with him, probably held on to his belt loop, And when it's time for him to do pull-ups, the dude would jump up on his back, and he's doing squats, the dude would get on his shoulders. And he was trying to do dips, he would have he's just got all these dudes hanging off of him. Had tried to get out of prison, like, how's your time, what you doing there? Oh, I was this dude's weight. I sat on this dude. Did you work out? No, I didn't work out, but I helped the homeboy. I sat on his shoulders every time we did squats. Full out human weights. And the human weights didn't look like they were enjoying themselves. Like, hey, I got a couple more sets. Get over here. And they're like, I wanted to go play pinochle. No, get on my back. Bro, on that yard, and you look at the tattoos, the fresh tattoos, because Russ from Stockton was slinging all the ink. And the dudes from Sacramento would come with their ink. They were selling ink, they'd bring their own to the party, and they get a tattoo and be nice and dark, bro. Woo! Their ink looked good, their tattoos were dark. But the ink they were selling, everybody else's tattoos, faded out looking green. This is some of that ink. You guys probably can't even see it that I got from the dudes from Sac on that yard. Nothing dark like this or like this, like it should be, is it? Nothing like that. But no, some just all faded out, watered down, where you at? So to recap, homeboy, when you go to the pen and you're hard timing over your old lady reception, don't sit down and let them trick you with the tarot cards. Don't go in there thinking you're going to get a portrait drawn. It looks just like you to send home. Don't just go in there thinking you're going to get hammered on Tuesday because you're going to buy 2 cups of Pruno off this dude. Bro, you might just get water. Bubbly water. And be careful with the tattoo ink, man. You think you're going to get some nice rocker, some cool piece. At the end of the day, it all fell out and it's green because you got some funky ink because someone scammed you. I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Peace!